What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today we have a massive army convoy of World War II US soldiers who are about to be ambushed by the German army. The US here is 2 million strong. Meanwhile, the Germans are just 1 million strong, but the Germans have some tricks up their sleeves. These soldiers here are all snipers. They can get collateral damage and have higher damage and accuracy output than standard soldiers. Behind them is the standard soldier army that's going to be moving forward in the largest numbers. Then all the way over here we have the MG42 forces. These MG42s have extremely fast fire output but less damage. Now, each of the German armies mimics each other on both sides here. The US Army is the lines in the middle, and they have themselves about 2,000 Sherman tanks, as well as 1 million shotgun units and 1 million assault trooper units. So it should be an insane battle. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 action like this in the future. Either way, let's get into it. Alright, let's start the battle over here with the snipers and watch as they start rounding out sniper shots at the US troopers over here. The US soldiers, after the ambush starts, start to react to it and begin moving off towards the sniper units over this way. They are taking incredible deaths in the middle here as the snipers just absolutely destroy them. Tons of collateral damage going on here. Did I just hear a soldier go America as he got shot to death? Freedom! Oh my god, the American voice lines are hilarious in this. Yeah, tons of incoming sniper rounds just obliterating large sections of the middle US Army here as they push forward. Tanks moving in though to try and stop these Germans from continuing their sniper campaign right now. And it looks like the Shermans are managing to start to fire out a little bit here, but they are getting destroyed by so much incoming fire that's coming at them currently, and the standard German soldiers are moving in as well to back up the snipers and prevent their deaths from occurring. You can see some of these Germans getting their salads tossed in the middle here and blowing up sky high as rounds begin to impact them and destroy them. Oh lordy, let's go America. We've also got some of these assault troopers getting in there as well and spamming some fire into the German lines here, which is good to see. Let's go check in on the MG units. Alright, so over here with the MG42 units, it looks like they are kind of dominating on this side of the battlefield here as well. Whoa, what is happening? Okay, there we go. US soldiers trying to move in from multiple directions to go and hit these MG42 units, but many of them dying before they even get close enough to fire out at these boys. MGs are looking pretty rough as well, very bloodied and battle hardened from this battle, but nonetheless they are getting forward here and firing out with their Gewehr MG42s against the US soldiers who are countercharging them over this way, as well as over this way where there's even more German MG42 units over here. Look at the bodies of them piling up in the front lines. The US soldiers over here seem to be doing a nice job of taking a few of them out at the very least. Let's go ahead and check out the other side of the battlefield over here. We've still got tons and tons of Shermans going up against these Germans, but then over this way there should be some US soldiers coming in, and yes, there's a lot of US soldiers over here below this hill and further back. This was the back of the convoy where the Germans didn't have any sort of a presence on the battlefield, so these US soldiers should be tip-top shape to come in and attack here, and that is exactly what they're doing. They're attacking a lot of these Germans right now from underneath. But that does mean, of course, that these Germans do have the high ground. Let's go back into normal speed here. Enough of that slow-mo action. And we can see the Sherman tanks pushing in. The Shermans are definitely the strongest unit that the U.S. force has to offer here in this battlefield. And they're going to be able to take out large swaths of these Germans at a time, hopefully. And yeah, you can see them blowing up sky high. I wish there was a way we could differentiate the snipers from the standard units over on this part of the battlefield, but we just can't. I'm assuming the snipers are probably further back in the lines than the standard German units because they don't need to go as far forward since they have a higher range. than the standard units. That's just my guess, though. I'm not sure. Over here, we do have SMG units and shotgun units for the U.S. pushing up over this hillside and attacking the Germans head-on over here. Pretty baller moves, if you were to ask me. Right now, the Germans do have 1.1 million kills, so they are doing amazing in this ambush against the U.S. Army. Meanwhile, the U.S. Army only has 366,000 kills, but that might actually be a little bit of a wrong number because, of course, the Shermans, when they hit with their shells, they don't necessarily get the kills counted. Sometimes the Germans pop up into the air still alive and then die from fall damage by falling down. So it's entirely possible the U.S. Army does have more kills than that, but it's just showing as that many kills. If that sort of makes any sense to you guys. Either way, hordes of U.S. soldiers coming up through these woods here and attacking the Germans. This seems to be the best front that we've got going on here for the Americans. Over in the middle over this way, it does seem like the Germans are doing a little bit better. We've got tanks over here having to deal with just gross amounts of German soldiers over here who are just attacking them. All of the infantry was completely wiped out over here for the U.S. forces, leaving just their tanks to fight the battle. But of course, Sherman tanks are extremely powerful and very, very capable of winning fights like these. Over here, we do have more U.S. soldiers, which is good, coming up, surviving this ambush and going up against these Germans over this way, coming up over the top and blasting them. Absolutely. Very nice indeed. Let's go back here and check on the MG42 units. Okay, so these are U.S. soldiers coming up over the top. And then, are these Germans? No, those are US too. And then, aren't these US as well? Oh no, those are German MG42s. Okay, these MG42s are coming up over the top, down at the US soldiers below. The US soldiers trying to fight back, but getting kind of pinned down over here and wrecked by a lot of incoming MG42 fire right now. So this is a definitely tough battle, probably for each side involved. I don't know who's going to win this little skirmish over here. Definitely more US soldiers than the MG42s, but the MG42s have such good fire output. Over this way, this is a horde of Germans coming forward and eliminating the last of the U.S. Resistance on this hillside here. You can see the bodies just falling down the cliff and piling up below. Really, really brutal there. Absolutely tough on this end of the battlefield. Right now, there's still 648,000 U.S. soldiers left alive and 470,000 German soldiers left alive. Germans have 1.3 million kills, and U.S. has 560,000 kills on the battlefield right now. U.S. is definitely making a little bit of a comeback, especially in this region over here, where they've actually pushed most of the Germans out of this forest area, and I think the Sherman tanks have a massive thing to do with that. I think that the U.S. tanks over this way are doing beautiful, beautiful stuff. And look, they're actually going to be sending some flanking forces over this way as well to get in there and get to fighting against some of these German soldiers, sort of surrounding them, pinning them a little bit, and taking out large swaths of them over here. That is good to see for the U.S. units. They just might be able to come out of this ambush alive. Like most ambushes that happen in wartime, this really started out as a really bad defeat, sort of. You know, the U.S. was definitely down on their luck. They were losing by a good bit here, but slowly but surely, they have managed to make a bit of a comeback here and sort of recover, you know, and they're starting to gain their footing, gain their ground, and clap back against this just really mighty German force that they're facing up against right now. Either way, we'll just have to see. I think this area over here is definitely going to be a solid point of conflict for the remainder of this battle, with just a whole horde of Germans coming up against a whole horde of U.S. soldiers, really just demonstrated in the middle here. Just an absolute onslaught, tons of bodies. I mean, this entire floor is just bodies. If these guys want to fight, they literally have to go over their dead fallen comrades over that way. Meanwhile, over here we have, oh, are these Germans up this way? Oh, just a very small number of Germans over here fighting against an entire U.S. army, and more U.S. reinforcements coming from the back of the convoy over this way forward, and then of course the German soldiers in the middle who won the middle portion of the battle coming off to the right over here to attack these U.S. soldiers who are coming up to reinforce with their Sherman tanks and whatnot over here. Oh my god, it's such a dynamic, cool battle. I am really, really digging this. Why don't we go ahead and do our first time-lapse of the battle here, and maybe our only time-lapse since this is such a fast-moving battle. Let's do a time-lapse of this hill fight over here. Alright, so I think that was a good little time lapse right there, just showing some action on the battlefield. But it looks like the Germans are actually making a little bit of a comeback right now. The US numbers have gone below. Oh, the cat just... My cat just ran over my microphone cord. I really hope that didn't mess with the audio or anything like that. Hopefully it's fine. But yeah, the US forces have gone below in terms of numbers the Germans for the first time, and it seems like they don't have too many tanks left. The biggest number of tanks they have is over here, and that might be the problem, is they're losing their tank force, which was the force getting the most kills for them. Right now the Germans do have 328,000 soldiers left. The Germans have that many left. The US has 300,000 left. I think, oh my god, now my dog is playing with his bone and chasing the cat. It is chaos here. I think the US forces over here are completely extinguished, so these are going to be all Germans coming to help out over here. And the dog and cat just ran over the mic thing again. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the audio. Guys, simmer down there, chiefs. We do still have some US forces coming in over this way to support right now, but they're a real way off, and you know, it's just a trickle in, which is a problem. They want all these forces up here very fast, I would think, to start dealing with these Germans. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. I think the US might have just lost this battle. The tables have certainly turned for the worse for the US. My American brothers, no! My only hope is these Sherman tanks over here, which do have just such good kill rates, but it's going to be tough. I mean, the Germans are just slowly surrounding them over here and whittling them down. Yeah, this is going to be a real gnarly part of this battle over here. Why don't we go ahead and get another time-lapse going right here, just observing this, this battle over here and seeing what happens. Alright, so right there we just witnessed the extinction of those US forces, and now it's really just a few US soldiers trickling in from these mountains over here, and the main problem is that the German snipers, as well as their standard units, honestly, should be able to outgun them. The MGs have pretty short range, but the Gewehrs, as well as the snipers, are going to be a problem. Are these Gewehrs, or are they Kar 98Ks? Oh, they're Kar 98Ks, my bad, sorry. For some reason I thought they were Gewehrs. They're not. Either way, yeah, this is going to be it for the US. They have 85,000 soldiers dying out really quick, and the Germans still have 315,000. So despite the US having double the amount, this ambush was very successful for the German forces in eliminating all of these US boys, just causing pandemonium against the US Army here. And really eliminating much of their force. Why don't we go ahead and do one last time lapse here? I know a lot of people like the time lapses, and I do not want to deprive the people of their time lapses. So we'll do one last time lapse over here of the US forces coming in and then getting gunned down by the Germans. RIP. Alright, gamers, and there we have it. Apparently there's still 52 US soldiers somewhere, but they must be glitched somewhere or something like that, because I don't see them. Oh, maybe they're over here. Wait, hold up. Oh, yeah, the Germans managed to find them over here, hiding in the forest, where they are slowly but surely going down and dying. In the end, the US has gotten 722,000 kills, which is good. That's not bad. But the Germans ended up with about 2 million. So we're going to end this battle here. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy it. Please be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. Either way, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Hope you have a great day. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.